see a lot of familiar faces and a lot of new faces, so it's just great. I appreciate you guys taking the time out of your busy schedules to spend the whole afternoon and part of the evening with us. I hope you enjoyed the breakout sessions, and I think you're going to love Ken's talk. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Bill Barta. I'm the president and CEO of Ryder Dickerson. And I have a few brief comments, and then we're going to get to Ken, because I know you didn't come to hear me talk. So, first thing I want to do is share a quick story with you that I heard at a conference back in February down in Orlando. And it resonated with me about the things that we're going through in these crazy times, and I thought you guys might be interested in it. In the early 1930s, Albert Einstein taught physics at Princeton University, which I didn't know. And during that time, I guess the world of physics was going through a lot of changes. Things that were thought to be true were being proven that they weren't true, and new ideas were coming out. Anyways, Einstein administered a test to his students, and the assistant noticed that the test that he gave them was the exact same test he gave to the same students the prior semester. And he thought, man, Einstein's losing it. He's off his rocker. Why would he give the same test to the same students 2 semesters in a row? So he worked up the nerve, and he went to Einstein and said, you know, Professor, it seems like you're giving the students the same test 2 semesters in a row. And Einstein said, well, that's correct. And he said, well, why would you do it? It doesn't make any sense. Einstein said, the answer is simple. All the answers have changed. And I kind of feel that that's what's going on with us these days. The world's changing. There's so much new technology, innovation from companies, and we're hoping that what we're doing with Printform will help you navigate through some of that. We really do believe that the education in the industry is key, and that's why we started it. So one of the things I want to talk about was what we have planned for Printform for 2011, because we're really excited about it. We launched Printform back in 2009, and it was totally dedicated to education in our industry. We launched a separate brand other than Ryder Dickerson because we wanted to be non-threatening to our customers. We wanted to know that everything that under Printform was education. So we've done a lot of seminars and webinars last year. For 2011, what we have planned is we have launched a bi-monthly magazine. It was in your bags that you received today. In fact, our good friend Mark Potter's here. Mark and his company have done all the creative and the content for that magazine, so they've been a great help, so thanks, Mark. The other things that we're doing are we plan to have webinars on a variety of different topics. Last year in the fall, we had a webinar on QR codes that had great attendance. About almost 200 people attended. Earlier this year, we had the webinar on the ROI of print, which had great attendance. So we are planning some things after this conference that hopefully will be relevant to you with webinars. The other thing that we have is social media. We've launched a LinkedIn group, so feel free to join that. We are tweeting on Twitter. Sorry, I don't tweet, so I don't. We have an email newsletter that goes out. One thing on the magazine, if you're not getting the magazine in the mail and would like to receive it, if you go to our website, printform.info, you can sign up and receive the magazine. There's no cost to it, and you know, we think the content's great, so you're welcome to get that. I think that's it for Printform. A couple other things I want to do is just thank some people who made this conference possible. First and foremost, I want to thank you, our customers. Ryder Dickerson's been blessed. The last 8 years, we've had 8 consecutive years of sales growth. And we're only able to do that through the confidence you have in us and the opportunities you bring to the table for us. So thank you very much. Second, I want to thank all of our presenters today. The people that did the breakout sessions took time out of their busy schedules to work up their presentations and come and spend a whole afternoon with us. So I'm going to call off their names because I think it's important. Joe Manos, Melissa Nixick, Leon Claren, Clint Funk, Bob Ellis, Julie Crosswaite, Daniel DeJohn, Ferko Goldinger, Trina May, Greg Kessler, Brian Blomany, Joel Kessel, Bob Lindler, and Luke Nemec. So thank you very much. Next, people I want to thank is our sponsors. When we had the idea for Printform, we went to all our partners and brought up the idea, and we just got an overwhelming response. People said, our partners said, no one's doing this in the industry, there's a need for it in the industry, and we're all behind you. So the support was absolutely overwhelming. And you've seen the names around, but we've got local vendors, national vendors, they all just think that there's a great need in the marketplace for this, so thank you very much. Our premium sponsor is HP, Hewlett-Packard. Media sponsor, Print Media Center. Event sponsors, Adobe, Appleton Coatage, Color Laminating, Die Crafters, Domtar, GPA, Lindenmeyer Monroe, Midland Paper, Mindfire, Nina Paper, Sappy Fine Papers, and Unisource. So thank you very much, all the sponsors. All right, I'm almost done. I also wanted to thank Sharice Macklin and Sandy Rabin, who are hopefully still here. Sharice and Sandy collaborated on doing all the event materials, the invitations, save the date cards, our website, all the signage that's here. We absolutely drove them nuts in the last second getting all these cleans and everything done, so they stepped up and did a great job. So thank you, Sandy and Sharice. I also want to thank Kathy Taylor. I don't know if Kathy's back. She had to go to a wake. Hopefully she's back. But Kathy did a great job in helping us with the venue. She runs a lot of events for the charitable organizations she's involved with. And she just was a great help in giving us ideas on how to make this event as good as we can make it. So thank you. And finally, I want to and especially thank Dean Petrolakis and Megan Carroll. Dean is our Senior Vice President of Business Development. Megan Carroll's our Business Development Associate. The idea for Printform, the conference, was really Dean's. He came to me with the idea and vision for it. My first reaction was, are you out of your mind? And then the more I thought about it, I said, the marketplace needs it, and it's a great idea, and if we do it right, we will provide value to the marketplace. Dean worked unbelievable hours. I mean, I'd get emails at 11:30 at night, Last week he met with Sandy at 9:30 at night to go over the conference book. He just did an unbelievable job. I'm sure his wife and family are glad that the conference is finally here, so you can see them a little bit. And poor Megan, we put her through hell, getting everything done. She kept Dean and I to task to make sure that all the details were accomplished. So thank you very much. So really that's all I have to say, and I want to bring Dean up to introduce our keynote speaker. So thanks again for coming. Appreciate it.
We're almost to Ken, I know, so we're going to be there. I just got to say a few things, and then we'll get on with things, because I know you're waiting to see Mr. Schmidt here. What I want to say is, first of all, I think, Bill mentioned that this conference kind of was my vision, my baby, and I kind of lived that out, and it's been great. But to me, what's so inspiring is that, first of all, to see all of you here, and that it's actually resonated with you. We've heard some great feedback already, but I think with the message that I hope you can take away from this is, look, we're a printer, right? We're not supposed to do this kind of stuff, but we are. And this economy has created opportunities for people to step out of the box. I mean, it's been a crazy 2-3 years, we all know it, but we had some tough decisions to make as a business, and to Bill's credit, he's made some financial decisions that maybe a lot of owners wouldn't have, and invested a lot of money back into the company to do this type of stuff. And to me, my message would be, take a look at this, look at what we're doing, not that we're the model for everyone, but the inspiration that maybe you can take away from it is that, all the rules are off. I mean, you can do whatever you want. And we decided to be a little bit different, and we feel Printform is a value creator, and we know content is king, and we're going to continue to bring that to you. So I hope that you can see that there's opportunities out of everything, and as crappy as it's been out there, I think you can all look at this and say, you know what, why not us? And that's the way we looked at it. Why not us? Why not Printform? And let's try to take over the world, and that's what we're trying to do. I did want to just echo some of Bill's thank yous. First of all, to Megan. You know, Megan, some of you got to meet her. Megan's been with us not even a year yet. We hired her right out of college. And what the hell she's doing in printing, I have no idea, but here she is. And you're never going to get out now. Watch. You're stuck. She's been great. I think, 20, 30 emails a day from me, phone calls, driving her nuts, making sure all the details, because anybody that knows me, I'm just a little bit anal. So things had to be perfect as they could be, and Megan was great, just keeping it all in line. Bill mentioned Kathy Taylor. If I don't know she, but Kathy's great. Kathy, the kindest person you'll ever meet. She's been so helpful just organizing all of this. I wanted to give a special thank you as well in production to Evelyn. I know you're here, Evelyn, but we drove her crazy the last few days, making sure all this great stuff that you have in your hands and see around you got done. And Evelyn got things done for us to make sure it was all done and on time and looked great. So thank you, Evelyn. I know we drove you nuts. And a special thank you to Bill. I said this last year when we had our seminar, and I'm going to say it again, that none of this is possible, first of all, without you all, as Bill said, but without the financial investment. And I give Bill all the credit in the world, because I've been in his office a lot the last few years asking for more and more money. Not for myself, but to put back into the company to do these kind of things. And it's an investment. We all know marketing's an investment, and it's a long-term investment. And to all Bill's credit, he has made it happen to allow me to, and the company, to be able to do these kind of things. And I'd like us all to recognize that and give Bill a nice round of applause for being able to have this happen. Now, before I bring up Ken, I want to have a little fun here, because it would be good if I had a little fun. Bill had mentioned Mark Potter. Mark produces a great magazine in our industry called Canvas. It does a lot of great things for our industry, and I've had the good fortune of getting to know Mark. We've become really good friends. And he also, as Bill mentioned, is the brains kind of at the content behind our print form magazine. Mark is, in addition to being a really smart guy and a great guy, his only downside is that he's a Pittsburgh Penguins fan. We're both huge hockey fans, and I'm a Washington Capitals fan, so anyone that knows hockey knows that's kind of a blood war, kind of like the Bears and the Packers, the Bulls and the Pistons back in the day. So Mark and I always have these little fun side bets, and he's lost every single bet. I've enjoyed steak at his expense, lots of good things. Well, we made a bet about a month ago, and the bet was the loser had to buy the winner the gift of his choice and present it at our conference. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have Mark come up here and put a Capitals hat right on my head. And luckily he's wearing a Pittsburgh Penguins hat on top of it, but I want this Capitals hat on, and I'm going to wear this the rest of the night. So this is a good photo opportunity, Jackie. You got to get it. Go ahead. If I get him talking, he'll never stop.
Dean, you should make him wear it.
This cuts me deep. Very deep.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
There it is.
Go Hawks.
Hawks are good too. I got nothing against the Hawks, but gotta stay true to my roots. All right, so now let's have some fun. I'm gonna do my best to not butcher Ken's introduction here. As you all know, Ken is our keynote speaker, and Ken's been associated with Harley-Davidson since 1985. And his success in helping improve the company's reputation and creating demand for its products played a vital role in the motorcycle legend's turnaround from the brink of ruin to global dominance. In his role as Director of Communications, Schmidt shaped the company's positioning and messaging and served as its primary spokesperson to the media and financial communities. Now semi-retired, Schmidt has continued to be a major force in the communication industry and has provided brand-building expertise to many of the world's best-known businesses. But to this day, Harley-Davidson remains his primary business partner and his strongest passion. He co-wrote a book with the grandson of one of the company's founders, 100 Years of Harley-Davidson, which was released in 2003 to coincide with the company's 100th anniversary. He has appeared on network television numerous times and spoken to hundreds of audiences around the world. So folks, let's give it up for Mr. Ken Schmidt.
Everybody look over there for 1 second. Hold on, I mean it, look over there. Just concentrate on that wall. Oh, I screwed it up. Okay. Am I the only one wearing leather today? I bet not. Hey, you hockey fans are weird, by the way. I was up in Milwaukee yesterday at Harley-Davidson. I still do just a ton of work up there. I love working with those people. One of the most spectacular benefits of working